Okay, so for Group 8's final project, we made a signal generator that is capable of generating square waves at variable duty cycles and frequencies from 60 Hz to 60 kHz. It also has a pulse feature that will toggle the output of the signal generator on and off at a given interval. Okay, so to start out, we've got 4 different menus, well 3, and the ability to toggle the output with D. As you can see, when the device is turned on and off, this LED, which is connected to pin B5, also turns on and off. B5 happens to be the pin that the output waveform comes through. So starting out, we're going to go to the frequency menu, and here you can see the full floating point representation of the current frequency setting. You can input a number here, and a decimal is represented by the asterisk. So let's put in 800 Hertz. And when putting in a value, you have to do 0.0 because it's a floating point number, and then you hit D to apply your changes. Okay, so now that these changes have been applied, let's go back, and looking at the oscilloscope trace, we can see that the frequency has increased from 256 to 793.65 Hertz. So that's pretty close. Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit more so that the readings will be more accurate. Now let's go to the duty cycle menu. And currently we're at 50%. I'm going to change it to 25%. Okay, and then we hit D. And as you can see on the scope, it is now at 25%. I'm now going to disable that by pressing A to turn it off, and we go back to 50% duty cycle. Okay, so let's go back again. And now I'm going to do the pulse setting. So normally this would be off, but I like to turn it on to maybe around 2 seconds. This is good for maybe flashing an LED that's also pulse width modulated. So it will be on for 2 seconds and then off for 2 seconds. And I will zoom out on the scope so that you can see. Let's go a little bit further so that it's rolling. Okay, so let's turn that off. Actually, I'm going to leave that on and go back. And you can see that our changes are reflected in the main menu. And it's not exact, so if I put in 2.7 seconds, it would just say 2 seconds. But for the purposes of this, if you wanted to inspect your setting more closely, you could just go to the menu. Say if I went to the the pulse menu, and I went to 2.86, and then hit back. Oh, it rounds up. So if you wanted to inspect that more closely, you could go to the pulse menu and see it's set to 2.86 seconds, not 3. Okay, so that is Group 8's final project. Thanks for watching. Bye.